Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com, and we are here today at the West Bank of the Flats, and we're here at the Music Box Supper Club groundbreaking with Cleveland City Councilman Joe Cimperman. Joe, this is such an exciting scene here. What's going on?
Well, it really is. You know, the city of Cleveland's so lucky to have places like the Beachland. You know, we've got places like Euclid Tavern. You know, there's just so much history in this town, but there's so much future when it comes to music too. And what I'm excited about is, you know, the Flats have been, it's been this perennial third rail in Cleveland. It's where energy comes from. It's where the city was formed. You know, it's our first neighborhood. And now what we're doing is we're kind of bringing people back to their roots. And so much of the roots of the city of Cleveland is music. And, you know, I was just thinking when I was walking up here, I remember seeing Bob Seger on Mall B. You know, I actually lied to my parents and I was at Springsteen when he played at the old Municipal Stadium. You know, and it's like, those are the memories we have, and this place is going to create so many memories for so many people in Cleveland. It's fantastic.
Looking back over your shoulder here, huge project on the east bank of the Flats, yep. And it's not even, you can just see the pylons getting started. It's going to be a 10-story building here, lots of retail, mixed use, yep. Residential, people living down here. Absolutely. How is this place going to be transformed in the next few years?
Well, you're going to see, you know, joggers. You're going to see people walking their dogs. You know, the trails that are happening through, you know, all the great work that's going on in the partnership with the Metro Parks. You're going to be able to actually get to the water. You know, the life down here has always been very apparent, but people have not discovered the Flats. It's almost like now they're rediscovering it again. And so what the Flats East Bank is doing, what projects like this are doing, is giving people a reason to come here, and then they're going to see places like that and like this, and they're going to realize that there's places where they can actually live.
What's the difference between this time around and last time around with the Flats, where we saw it, you and I, it was booming, everybody did, it was written up, it was world famous really, the Flats, the Flats, the Flats.
Yes.
It got too big too fast, and there wasn't enough, I want to say, sort of government oversight in a way. I think there could have been more there. You tell me, how is this going to be different this time around?
So I call it bicentennialitis. We had such a cotton candy high, and then what happened was it just dissipated. The sustainability now is so much more true because the land uses are so much more diverse. Anytime I think you have a homogeneous culture or homogeneous land use, if you have something threatening it, then everything is at stake. But because we've got housing, and we've got retail, and we've kept our industry, and we have our maritime, and we have our recreational, and we have our entertainment, and we have our residential, and we have our commercial, you've got all these diverse land uses now, so that it's not one, it's not all or nothing, it's everything interdependent on each other. And this time is different because what we're doing is actually building a neighborhood. We're building a place where people want to live instead of an event. And I think people are going to realize that there's a lot of life down here and they want to see it. You can see the rowers right next to the steel carriers. You know, the iron ore guys are out here. You know, this is just such an exciting place. And I'll say that there's not many places like the geography we're on right now in the United States.
What is the role of the city here? You're here representing the city. You've got a lot of territory in your ward. What can the city do when developers come in, when folks like Mike and Colleen Miller come back from Chicago and want to open a place like this? What's the role of government?
Well, our role is to help, first of all. Our role is to get out of the way if we have to. Our role is to, as Tracy Nichols and Mayor Jackson did in economic development, support financially so that a program like this can take off. If you look across the river, our role is to help with zoning. Our role is to help subsidize more housing, more retail, more economic development. Our role is at times to take things that are not good, to fix infrastructure and make them better. It's basically to do whatever we can behind the scenes in a supportive role and make sure that the actors are doing what they need to do to make this place dynamic.
You got something in your hand there in this manila envelope. I don't know if you want to share it now, but tell us what you got for these folks.
What we have for our wonderful Music Box leadership here is for this groundbreaking, and what it is just a scroll telling them how much we're grateful to them and how much we appreciate them, and we're going to present this to Mike and Colleen and tell them that we love them and we wish them all the best. I will also tell them that this will not get them out of a red light camera, and if they get pulled over, to hide this. But that being said, this is just something to celebrate them because, honestly, what we really want to say to them and people like them is thank you.
You know, and you and I were just talking, that's kind of what Cool Cleveland does, recognizing the cool things that are going on here. It's nice that you're recognizing what's going on. Joe, you're so busy. Thanks for taking a few moments to talk with us.
It's great to be with you, Tom. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, it's Thomas Mulready from CoolCleveland.com. Have a great week in Cool Cleveland.